Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Christopher with Plan Your Adventures and welcome back on board Utopia of the Seas. So this morning I did have, in your room, for me it was in one of the dresser drawers, you have a breakfast menu option. So at least on Royal Caribbean, you can select a time between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. for your breakfast to be delivered. And continental breakfast is free. There's no charge for it. That's things like juices, coffee, hot tea, toast, bagels, pastries, fruit, cereal, things like that. Totally free. You just fill this out by 3 a.m. and put it on your door and it'll be delivered to you. You can also get American breakfast like eggs, bacon, more hot things like that, pancakes, but that is a charge. Right now it's $7.95 per room delivery, and then they add an 18% gratuity on top of that. Room service is 24 hours, so even if you don't use this, you can check the room service menu and just call it in. But I love doing this because sometimes it's like my wake-up call. Like I set it for an early time, it's my wake-up call, and then I can go on about my day. This morning they were kind of backed up, so it was... Here, I picked the 8:30 to 9 slot so that I could sleep in a little bit, but they weren't here till like 9:15. So it's currently 9:45. I had my breakfast, I'm showered, I'm dressed, ready for the day, and I'm like, what do we want to do today? So in this vlog, it's going to be the rest of my time on board Utopia of the Seas. I think what I decided to do is I'm actually going to separate the ship tour, like a true walking tour for a couple hours, just taking you through the whole ship. I want that to be a standoff video so that if I have a client interested in Utopia, I can just send them that one shorter walking tour. So in this vlog, it's the vlog. We're eating the things, we're, gonna maybe do some of the activities, we're gonna lounge by the pool or whatever. We'll kind of see what we get up to. I think right now I just want to walk around. I think I do want to go get breakfast, like real breakfast. All I had in the room this morning was fruit and a donut, which is great, but I think I'd like an omelet and just to see what's happening. I could go to the Windjammer or I could also go to Solarium Bistro Buffet, so I think we'll start by investigating that. And then we are docked in Nassau today. I'm hoping a lot of people got off the ship, so the ship feels a little bit less crowded, at least for a couple hours. But we'll see if that's true. All right, let's take a look around the Windjammer for breakfast. I'm already overwhelmed. This is the biggest cruise buffet I've ever seen. Literally, there's gonna be everything, girl. Okay, this is such a big buffet, and they have it set up differently, pardon me, because there's islands in the middle too. It's not just a straight line down the side. So this is your milk and yogurt island. So a little yogurt bar, a little cereal bar. Over here we have eggs and more. So it's things like eggs, sausage. Ooh, what is this? Honey glazed pork leg, hash browns. They obviously have pancakes, French toast, oatmeal. I can't show you it all. And it's what you would expect, but times 4. This is a baguette with cream cheese, and there's some fruit on there too. So they even have some desserts out, like chocolate sprinkle muffin. We're actually bailing on that buffet. It is just, there's people everywhere. Also, I don't know if you can tell, there's not one person in this pool. Okay, there's one child. So the ship doesn't feel empty, but that pool does, so love that energy. Maybe it just opened or something. But we're gonna walk over to the Solarium Bistro just to see if that's any better, more of the vibe I'm looking for. The Windjammer, again, has the most options. So that's the best place to go for a buffet. So maybe we'll try again, earlier on, before everybody's awake. They had a wait for the create your own omelet station of 20 to 25 minutes. I was like, no thank you. I'm gonna walk over to the Solarium Bistro. I'm walking by the next pool now, and it's a little more crowded, but this is way better than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was people soup. Today, there's plenty of room to swim. So, yeah, there's so many loungers open. So this is the way. You can I'll show you. We're kind of, oh look, we're in port, probably with those same two ships that we saw yesterday, Disney. And this is Nassau. We're in port at Nassau today. We're not getting off the ship though. We are just moving and grooving to explore the ship. This is whenever you're in port, the ship is going to be a little bit like less busy, right? So this is the moment. I think Solarium Bistro closes at 10:30 for breakfast, so we're still here before that. So let's check that out to see how similar it is. Okay, it's definitely not as bad in here just because it's a smaller buffet, so I can show you around a little bit better. Still a little wait. Ooh, that looks good. Still a little wait for the create your own omelets, but not as bad. Grits, oatmeal, these hash browns, which are life, right here. This is the create your own omelet station, so you can pick your toppings and they make it fresh for you right here. Yogurt parfaits, fruits, yogurt bowls, cream cheese. Ooh, apricot cream cheese for your bagel. Salmon bagel, smoked salmon. These are our pancakes. I think we have, oh, French toast there. Yeah, look at that, strawberry pancakes. Corned beef hash, these kind of potatoes. So definitely similar items, just not as big of a variety as the Windjammer. But I mean, in my opinion, there's plenty here. You got your eggs, you got your bacon, you got your hash browns, all the things. As soon as I sat down, my omelet was ready, so that didn't take too long at all. I got tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, and cheese, I think, in there. Here's my breakfast of champions. Wow, look at this water. I forget when we come to the Bahamas how beautiful it really is. So we're looking out. This is over that like little stretch of land. Most of it, the stuff is that way. We got a little glimpse at Atlantis over there. But this is as close as we're gonna get today, but tomorrow we'll get off the ship. It is completely peaceful at this point. There's like nobody in here. There's plenty of lounge chairs. Again, this is the Solarium, so this is the adult only area, age 18 and over. There's plenty of spots. You know, tomorrow, most everybody gets off at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, so I bet this would be empty if you chose not to get off. But we'll take a little look down here. Look at this whole nice little pool area. And then even down here, you have the loungers. So you get just a little bit of water. And then some chairs looking right out over the, I think we're at the back of the ship right now. We did it. I did my walking tour video, and I am gonna keep it separate. I was thinking about just adding it into this one, but it was a lot of footage. But we did it. We walked this whole ship. Now I feel like I found all the spots that maybe I was looking for, and now the rest of this vlog will just be experiencing the next couple days. So it's only 12:40, so we still have a ton of time today before we have to think about getting ready for dinner and evening activities. Tomorrow will be an early morning because I think I want to do the sunrise. So still lots more to come in this vlog. Possible things today. In 20 minutes, there's a visual trivia of House of the Mouse. So I'm assuming Disney. So I maybe will do that. Just to see what it is, right? To see what it is. Oh, you know what else we need to do is food. I just had a piece of pizza, so I'm not starving, but I have to do El Loco Fresh today. So maybe after the trivia, we'll do El Loco Fresh, find a spot to sit for a moment. And then I'm gonna need, this camera's like dead. It literally took all of the battery to do that, to do that tour. But I'm happy I did it. Favorite spots on board this ship right now are Central Park, the Solarium, and Deck 5 on the running track. It's like the little cutouts where you can see into the ocean and have some peace and quiet. So those are my favorite spots right now. But I'll, of course, keep you updated as we keep going throughout the vlogs. Alright, let's see how we do.
What is the name of the Goofy's son?
Max.
Isn't it? Animated Disney film. Who knows the answer? Oh my God! Name of the toy store in Toy Story 2.
They still are rehearsing this parade. I'm gonna ask if they are doing this at all on the sailing. So no, they're just rehearsing, unfortunately, so they're not gonna be doing it on this cruise. We get to kind of see a little of the behind the scenes at least. This is a new cast, so they're all rehearsing. Wow, so pretty. We're going up to Windjammer. No, I lied. I want to do a Loco Fresh. I'm so excited. I showed all the options in our ship tour video when I did my ship tour. But I was dying to actually try the food. So that is what we're gonna have for lunch. Here is a look. I literally got a little bit of everything. Create your own taco, quesadilla, created for you burrito, rice and beans, and a little like nacho platter. And we got all the fixings to go with it. Okay. I want to talk to you about that, but maybe at a later point, because I want to give it another chance. I think a couple of the things I got, it was not the best, but I think that was just like, it wasn't their fault. It was that I came at the wrong time. I got something that wasn't fresh, but that's one of the best dining quick service restaurants. I love it. Some of the things I had was really good. We're gonna try it again, I think. The nachos were delicious. The quesadilla was good. The rice and beans were good. It was just my burrito and my taco that I made that weren't the best. But I got like a hard shell. So anyway, I did eat a decent amount because the flavors are really good and fresh. But I want to show you around the Windjammer because I think this may be the last chance we can for lunch. So we are going to do a walk around just to see what options they have. This is the international station. So curries. Oh, we have fried chicken and waffles. Yum. I mean, the Windjammer, it's huge. There's a ton of different stations. But that was our first one. It was like international. This is the favorite station. So we have a stir fry and looks like maybe like a pasta bar situation. Oh yeah, stir fry. This is hamburgers and hot dogs. This whole section is salad stuff. Pesto tomato mozzarella salad. It's a whole like salad bar. Market carvery. So we have some different meats like pork chops, mashed potatoes, hush puppies, lamb. Ooh, I may try a little bit here today. Sweet and sour chicken, fried fish. Ooh, I love that we have turkey. I'm definitely gonna try some of that. We also have strip loin, and that's lamb. Oh yeah, here's the pasta bar. Create your own pasta. Okay, we're coming back to the room just for a second to figure out a game plan. But our room was done up all nice, and we have our first towel animal. I'm so excited. On Norwegian, they didn't have this. So I'm so excited that Royal is bringing it back. But our room is made up all nice, which is something I love on a cruise. You don't have to make your bed. You don't have to pick up. It's all taken care of for you. Okay, I'm gonna take a second to... we have to, oh yes, this bed is lovely. I slept so good last night. But we need to, my camera's dead, so I have to charge that. And I want to chit chat about a couple things. Lunch. Everything I tried at the Windjammer was really good. I also got like a little red velvet cup situation. Honestly, all the food has been good so far. Like it really has. The El Loco Fresh, I think it was not for, like, they were just about to put out another round of some of the things that I got. So I got the things that have been sitting there a while, but the things that were good, like the nachos were delicious. I definitely want to get those again. The quesadilla was great. All the toppings were good. Rice and beans were good. So that is a great spot. And we'll give it another go. I don't know when. I'm stressed too because I feel like we're running out of time. I feel like we just got on the ship, and because tomorrow we're at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, like all day. So we only really have the evening. So I have no more like mornings and afternoons on the ship, I feel like, which is very stressful because I want to do everything. But at the same time, I want to slow down a little bit and relax and enjoy. So I want to find a spot this afternoon to just sit for a little bit. I did bring a book. So in theory, I could bring that book out with me. We're either going to go to the Solarium or Deck 5, one of those like little cutouts that I like on the jogging track. I feel like we'll go to one of those spots and just exist. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, the Disney trivia. It was good. There were some hard questions in there, and I actually wrote down the ones that I thought were difficult to see if you knew them. What was the 50th animated film for Disney? The 50th. It was Tangled. I didn't know that at all. How old is the genie? 10,000 years. I forgot. I knew it was something 1,000 years. Give you such a crick in the neck, but I forgot the year. How many brothers does Hans have in Frozen? 12. How old is Crush in Finding Nemo? 150 years, dude, and still young. And then the rest are just silly. So those were some of the like trickier ones, but we did really well. You couldn't play as a solo though, which was weird. You had to have a minimum of 2 people on your team. So I joined the team that was right next to me. We didn't win, but we got most of them right. We did really good. What else? I feel like that's it. The ship is massive. There's so much to do and explore, and I want to do it all, but I have to accept I can't. I'm happy I already did the ship tour, so now anytime on board can just be things like that I want to do or see again. So that's nice. I feel like we've tried something from every one of the free dining establishments on board, except the doghouse, because I'm not like the biggest, like I could get a hot dog there, but it's just going to be a hot dog. So I feel like we're doing pretty good. I want to give myself grace. It is 2:30. I'm going to charge up my devices a little bit and then decide where we want to go to just relax for a little bit, because then we'll have to come back to the room to get ready for dinner around like 6:30. So we still have time. We still have a couple hours. So I'll probably sit here for a little bit, then we'll go out and explore some more. All right. We had a little rest, a little bit of charging. I'm not even going to bring my camera though, because I think right now there's probably not much filming that's going to happen, so I can just do that on my phone. I think I want to start in the Solarium. I just put a little bit of sunscreen on, so let's see if the Solarium is quiet, if we can find a nice spot maybe to just sit and veg for a little bit. Maybe get whatever the drink of the day is today, and yeah, enjoy some sunshine. Also, as you board all the elevators, it says the day of the week here. I think that's so funny because otherwise you would have no idea. Like you're thinking day 1, day 2, day 3 maybe, but not necessarily
Deck 15.
what day of the week. We're on vacation. It's a little busier than when we walked around this morning. A lot more people have come back on after Nassau. I think all aboard is here shortly, so but it's still not too bad. Although I decided I want ice cream first. I need to re-find that. I think it's over here, because we saw that when we did our ship tour. And I'm like, you know what? I need some ice cream. First ice cream of the cruise. But yeah, the pools are definitely more crowded than earlier, but still not as bad as embarkation day. There still is, some room. But I think we're going maybe over there. I gotta remember where the ice cream is. We found it. We were just on the wrong side. So it's on this side with the splash pad. I can't believe this is the first ice cream of the trip. It just hits the spot. I also got a towel. You do have to check those out. You don't pay for them unless you don't return it. So that's why you do have to like scan your room key to get a towel. This is the way. Goodbye, world. Oh, you guys, look at this view. I didn't even realize that it would look like that until I looked into the camera. Just sat here and did an Instagram post. Here's the tea. When I say I'm relaxing, I'm not relaxing. I'm doing something. I can't do nothing. But I'm in a comfy chair looking out over this view. I just did an Instagram post. And now I'm ready for a little drinky poo. Drink of the moment, I think. Or drink of the day. A server has not come by in a couple minutes. So I may go up to the bar. Or I may hold out. We'll see. But I'll show it to you when it gets here. Okay, we finally got our drink. It is the drink of the day. I don't remember what it's called, but it's some kind of fruit punch rum situation. Let's try it. Ooh. Very tropical. I've just been sitting here, you know, doing some work on my phone, but looking at this view for over an hour now. It's so pretty. Like, the water's blue. All the boats, all the little boats just driving around. Oh yeah, we're actually moving. So we are... I feel like we're at the front of the ship. That's this whole vlog series and my whole ship tour video. I'm like, are we at the front or the back? I don't even know. It doesn't matter because the ship can drive either way. We'll find out soon if we spin around and this is facing the front. We are getting a good look at the Royal Beach Club as we walk by though. You can kind of see a little glimpse into that. But yes, this is the front of the ship. We're swinging around right now to start driving back out to sea. Or I guess over to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Okay. We have freshened up just a little bit. I'm wearing my nautical kind of map shirt, but there's an anchor on here, perfect for cruising, and tan shorts. Tonight, it's the white night tonight is like the theme. If you want to do the theme, it's not mandatory, but this is the closest I have to white, so we're going with it. We have, what time is it? We have 25 minutes till dinner. The sun is going to set maybe in like 10-15 minutes, so I'm just going to go out to deck to enjoy that, and then we'll go to the dining room. I did pour a glass of wine. It looks big, but this is a small glass. This is like a normal size glass of wine, actually. This is the wine that I brought with me, so I can bring that with me. It probably won't last to dinner, but I can come back. We have a stacked evening, but I'll try and sneak back so I can maybe pour myself another glass of wine. The problem is if you bring the bottle with you, they charge you like a corking fee if you bring the bottle to the main dining room. So I don't want to do that. So this is what we're doing, and let's go see the sunset. Okay, I got a wine glass from a bar so that it can look like I'm drinking wine and not some weird drink. I came down to deck 5. And I'm all the way at the back of the ship. I think this is going to be the perfect view for sunset. And I think it'll be right before, like we have 15 minutes until our dining time. Oh yeah, look at this. This is going to be perfect. Stunning. This is just the prettiest thing. There's nothing like a sunrise or a sunset over the ocean. I always make it a priority in every cruise I do. I'm hoping to do the sunrise tomorrow, but this is just chef's kiss. All right. I could have stayed there for another half hour, but our table is ready. So, moving and grooving back to the main dining room. I think I have the same table tonight. So for my time dining, how it works is you basically make a reservation as if you were going to a restaurant. So when I first boarded the ship, I said I want the same table, the same time every night, and I requested a private table and something like in a corner or window seat or something out of the way so I wasn't in the middle. And the guy hooked me up. So he made a reservation every night, 7:30, same table. You know, bearing extreme circumstances, of course. They can't 100% guarantee it, but I think that's where we're headed. Again, just such a beautiful view from that table. So I will, of course, show you what's on the menu and what we have for dinner tonight before beginning all of our evening shows and festivities. Yep, same table. In case you're interested, it's table 180 on deck 3 for my time dining. But I'm like in a corner, so there's no one on that side of me, so it feels a little bit like I'm in a cocoon if I just look this way. I love it. Here's our look at the menu tonight. It's a taste of France. So for starters, I'm excited about the French onion soup, but they also have calamari and different things too. Main course, I think I was told the beef bourguignon or the chicken cordon bleu are recommendations. And then for dessert, he likes the warm apple cobbler, but the creme brulee is always a favorite on board a cruise ship, so I think I have to try that one. First up, we have the French onion soup. It smells delicious. Just to have some veggies, I also got the iceberg wedge salad, but I got it with ranch instead of blue cheese. I'll tell you how everything is when we leave, but for dinner we have the chicken cordon bleu with creamy mashed potatoes and veggies. The plate is steaming hot. Okay, we are trying 2 things for dessert here. This is like a coffee, or no, it's a cappuccino chocolate cake. And then I had to try, this is the one he recommended, but I had to try the creme brulee. It's one of my favorites on board cruises, so I had to give it a try. Okay, we're back in the room just for a quick second so I can get a glass of wine for the show. And also, I want to talk to you about dinner in quiet. It was really good. Appetizers, they were both like mid. They were probably the worst things I had, but they were still good. French onion soup. I feel like it's not always my favorite, but it's like a staple, and I want to compare them. It was good. The salad was a salad. It wasn't anything amazing. My chicken cordon bleu was really good, though. Good flavor. I liked all the components together. And then for dessert, the creme brulee was pretty good, but the other one, what was it? Caffeine? Cappuccino. I think it was a cappuccino chocolate cake. That was really good. And I always order a hot tea with dinner with a little bit of honey. Oh, and it just hits so well, like looking out over the water, eating my dessert. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, the main dining room experience can take, on Royal, it can take an hour and 10 minutes, or it can take up to an hour and a half. They tell you to give yourself up to 2 hours, but so far, at least on this cruise, it's never been more than about an hour and a half. So that's good. Anyway, what's next? In the music hall, there is a game show that I want to at least investigate. And then that's over right around the time I want to be at the Aqua Theater. So we probably, I don't know, part of me is like, maybe I don't do the game show. I feel like maybe I'll investigate a little bit, but for the Aqua show, it's kind of outside, and I think it's windy and a little bit chilly, so I feel like I may need to change. I feel like I may need to put on my, like, pants and a cardigan. So, I feel like, well, I don't know what to do. The music hall is literally right down the hall, so I have 10 minutes. Like, I don't have to leave this second. I'm going to peek out my window to see what people are wearing. And then, because I don't think I'll have time to come back here after the music hall game show before the Aqua show. I feel like we're going to have to book it. Because that one, that fills up. People want to see the Aqua show. So anyway, that is our game plan for tonight. So of course I'll take you along for the journey. Okay, executive decision. I changed. So we now have on a cardigan, and these are sweatpants. So I don't look nice, but I am cozy, which is nice, and I think I will appreciate this in the Aqua Theater. So I'm kind of also setting myself up for when I come in tonight, because tomorrow's an early morning. So when I get out of that Aqua show, I want to come here and go right to bed. So I'm like making sure my pajamas are on the bed, which I forgot to do, so we're going to do that right now. We're just like getting it all prepped so we can come in, go right to bed tonight, and call it a night. We may potentially come back before the Aqua show to fill this up, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll have time. And honestly, it'd be one thing if I was going to like stay up and go out to a party or something tonight. We're not. We're just doing these two things, and then we need to go to bed. So let's go check out whatever this game show is, and then get to really what I'm one of the most excited for things on this cruise, the Aqua show tonight. All right, let's see what's going on. It's called the Perfect Couple Game Show. So let's see if this is where we want to be right now.
Orlando, Florida. You're living happily ever after. I love this. And how long have you been married for? 48 years. 48 years. So this is our experienced couple right here.
Who has the better family? Oops.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. It was fun. But we can see the boardwalk now, kind of lit up, and the carousel running. It's nighttime, but we are moving and grooving to the Aqua Theater to see if we can get in. But that game show is always fun. When I've done it in the past, it's a lot more questions that's really funny. And the girls all leave the stage, the guys answer, and then the girls have to come back and see if their answers match, and then they switch, right? And that's always like hilarious. This one, they did some different things. They all stayed on the stage together the whole time. It was fun. There were some like physical activities, and then also the venue itself, I wish I was downstairs. It was kind of hard to see from up top because they were using that whole dance floor. But it was fun. Anyway, we are now at the Aqua show, and I want to show you. I know I talked about it in my embarkation vlog, I believe. For a lot of the shows on board, you need a reservation. However, you don't really, because this is a standby line for guests without reservations, and a lot of them will get in. You just get a better pick at seats, and you don't have to stress about it if you make reservations. Oh, I'm so excited. A lot of these seats in the middle look like they are reserved for like Sky Club, suite guests, things like that. So I think I'm gonna try and go off to that side. All right, so this is our spot. I probably didn't have to get here quite this. I'm here about a half hour early. Since I had reservations, you have to get here 15 minutes before, because then they start thinking about the standby people. But I'm always a little apprehensive about these shows just because they get canceled a lot. If you can see, the pool right now is rocking a lot. So I'm a little bit nervous that it will get canceled, but we will see. We're just going to be hopeful and stay until start time, and I'll keep you posted. But it's a fabulous show, so I really hope we get to see it tonight. I am so happy I changed because it's cold. So thank goodness for this cardigan. I know it's loud, but the standby people are getting in. They just are sitting at the very end, or in the very first row, which is in the splash zone, or like trying to squeeze in. It's like the show starts in like 4 minutes, so. Okay, it's like 11:10. We're going to talk about the Aqua show when I get back into the stateroom. But if you're a night owl, like, just because I don't do it or that's not my vibe doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There are tons of venues open. The music hall, I just passed it on the way back to my room. They have bands in there till like 2 a.m. They have all the bars are open. Sorrento's Pizza's open. So if you're a night owl, like there's always stuff happening, right? So just because I do dinner shows and then go to bed doesn't mean you have to. The Aqua show, superb, fantastic, but unfortunately there were technical difficulties. So this is what we'll talk about when we get in the room. We're almost there. And because I have a lanyard, it's right here. I don't have to fish for it. And we just go like this. And we're in the room. Okay, so I think I've mentioned in previous vlogs, I have been on a similar ship to this. It's just an older one, Symphony of the Seas. So I actually have seen a version of the Aqua show before. And the same thing happened on that sailing, where if the seas are a little bit too rocky, they safely can't do all of the tricks and stunts and things that are involved in the Aqua show. The Aqua show is spectacular. It really is revolutionary, first of its kind at sea. It's amazing. And what we saw tonight was amazing. The first half of the show was the full normal show. So we saw divers, we saw stunts, all the things. But then they came out 20 minutes into the show and said, the seas are rocky and they're expected to stay rocky, so we can't do the show as normal. However, we have a modified version that we can still do for you, so that we feel like we're not missing out. The modified version, they don't get in the water. So there's no diving and there's no like cool water stunts. The performers are so talented. So, I mean, just them dancing is still really fun. And I showed you clips. You hopefully are blown away from the first half of the show. Really is amazing, but of course it's a little bit disappointing. And it happens a lot. So just keep that in mind with the Aqua shows on this Oasis class of ships. It does happen a lot, unfortunately. Actually, I may have been on the Oasis. I don't remember if it was Oasis or Symphony. I'll have to look back on photos. Anyway, superb, fabulous. Maybe my recommendation, and I didn't want to do this, but it just worked out that way. Maybe don't go to the last one. Maybe don't make your reservation for the last show, because if this happened, then you could go back tomorrow. But actually, let me double check, because sometimes what they do, if they cancel a show, they then schedule one the next day. Let me see if they scheduled one tomorrow. Aqua 80. Oh, yes, they did. So because they canceled a performance earlier in this cruise, I think it was yesterday, they had to reschedule it. So they have an 8:30 showing of Aqua 80. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. But maybe... I don't know. We'll see. Because I have the ice skating show tomorrow, and I'm really excited to see that too. So I'm at least happy that I got a taste of the Aqua show. They are so good. The performers are so good. So I'm happy I could see some of it. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I will continue this vlog tomorrow with all of our time on board the ship. We do dock at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, so that'll be a separate video, but I'll take you with me for all the other stuff on board tomorrow. So I'll see you in the morning for some breakfast. Hello, good morning, everybody. We are about to dock at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. But before I start that video, I'll take you up on deck for the sunrise. We got up early enough. I did order just literally hot tea and a donut to kind of give me something. I may not have a big breakfast. We'll see how I feel in like an hour. Maybe I'll just get some fruit or something. But we're gonna head up for sunrise on deck and then investigate breakfast, and then it'll be time to get off the ship. So yeah, the hot tea was not the best. I feel like it's because they put it in the same containers that they do coffee, so it just kind of tasted weird, but that's okay. It was a good wake-up call this morning. But let's go see if we can see the sunrise. So it's just about 7 o'clock. You can see it's starting to be beautiful behind me. We are pulling into Perfect Day at Coco Cay, so the sunrise won't be fully over the water. We kind of have Great Stirrup Cay, which is Norwegian Cruise Line's private island, in the distance too, but that's okay. It still is a sunrise at sea. That is something to keep in mind though. This 3-night sailing, there was not a sea day, so every single day you're kind of about to pull up to land, so it's just a little bit different. I love a sea day, and this 3-night cruise is so short. The fact that we leave tomorrow, like I haven't even gotten a full lay of the land yet, so, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh, this is also a good shot of this with nobody on it. This is the mini golf area. But okay, now what I actually promised to show you. So this is our beautiful sunrise this morning. And then I'm gonna come around to the other side of the ship because we're pulling up to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, so I can show you that too. So again, this is Norwegian's private island right over here, Great Stirrup Cay. If you're interested in that, I have a whole vlog because I just did this last month. I literally was right there. But now let me zoom you out. This is Royal Caribbean's. So funny how close they are. All right, I guess it's time to investigate breakfast. I'm really not hungry, but we'll just investigate maybe a little bit of fruit. Oh, maybe I'll wait a minute because this could be cool to watch the ship come in. I think we're here with Liberty today. It just always fascinates me how a cruise ship this large and this heavy just glides across the water. So I see, well, first off, I want one of those balconies at one point that look off the aft of the ship. I think that's so cool. But see down where the lifeboats are. See, look, there's people standing below the lifeboats. I feel like that's the one thing maybe this ship I miss being on this ship is having a larger deck, and they have chairs on that level so you can sit and look out over the water. On Utopia, we've been there many times. That's where the jogging track is, and there are a couple tuckaways to look out and see the water, but there's no chairs, and there's only a couple. On a lot of other ships, it's like the whole deck. You can really see out over the water and sit. I did that a lot on the Norwegian Star. But, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. It's pretty perfect. Other than that, look. Oh, with the beautiful sky in the background. I'm happy. All right, one more look at Liberty, and then let's go get some fruit. Even though I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna have lunch for like 4 or 5 hours, so. See the washy team over here, making sure people wash their hands. Good morning. Thank you, good morning. They're so fun. Washy. Breakfast was, I didn't actually eat that much. I'm just not hungry. It's fine. We'll make it for a couple hours. The buffet was empty though. There was like next to nobody there, which was lovely. Very different from when I was there yesterday. Now we're on the Royal Promenade. There's like, I mean, I'm echoing. There's nobody here. This is how I like a cruise ship. Early mornings are the moment. They really are. Everything's quiet. I do want to get off the ship as soon as possible. I think officially it's 8 a.m. It's 7:40 right now, so I'm kind of thinking maybe since we're here early, they'll let us off early. So I'm just kind of waiting for that announcement, and then we're gonna rush downstairs. Okay, I made myself a hot tea. It's not Starbucks, but I got a sleeve from them. Complimentary if you just get the basic hot tea coffee here from Cafe Promenade. It's just the specialty lattes that are extra and things like that, or chai. Like I can't get a chai. But I'm gonna start heading to the island So I will pick back up with you after we get back on the ship. Again, if you're interested in seeing more about Perfect Day Coco Cay, then check out that video. We're getting back on the ship, but I just have to show you, like, it's so crazy standing on the ground in between two of them. They look so much bigger than they feel when you're on them. It's massive. All right, I've been in the hot tub for like 30 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. It's been lovely. We came back on board early, like just before noon, because I did everything. I got off the ship so early. I filmed all the things. I even had like a 30-minute sit down in the pool, and I was ready to get back on the ship. Just because at that point, I was like, sure, I could go lie there, but it was getting really crowded. So I wanted to escape where I knew it would be quiet, here to the Solarium. So that is where we're gonna spend a little bit of time. I'm getting hot, so we're gonna maybe get in the pool. I'm not getting a drink. We're just kind of enjoying, lying around. I made an Instagram post. You know me, I can't fully relax. I have to work a little bit, but we're enjoying, and that's what matters. Okay, a little like late lunch, early dinner snack. We're doing El Loco Fresh again. This looks thebomb.com. I'm so excited. I did treat myself to a Coco Loco. It's the Coco Cay famous drink, so I decided last day on the cruise, treat myself. Hello. We've got some color today between the island and sitting here in the Solarium. We definitely have gotten some color. This was lovely to sit here for a little bit, have a drink or two, and just kind of play game on my phone, look out over the water, just relax. This was really, really perfect. It is a Sunday after all, right? Like, yes, this is a working trip for me, but everybody deserves to have some downtime on a weekend especially, so that was lovely. It's about 5:30 now. I want to go back to the room. We haven't been to the room since like, what, 6:45 this morning or something like that. So I want to go back to the room. I need to shower, freshen up before dinner. But they also have a t-shirt sale. Oh, you know what? We could do that before we go to the room. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. They have a t-shirt sale at 6 o'clock, which is in about 20 minutes. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm feeling a little bit peckish, so maybe we'll get like an ice cream, wander down to the t-shirt sale on the Royal Promenade. Their sale is 2 t-shirts for $30 total, like $15 each. So if I see 2 t-shirts that I like, we're gonna do it. So that's how I got 2 t-shirts on my last cruise, and it was that same sale, 2 t-shirts for $30. That's a good deal. I spend more than that sometimes on one Disney shirt. So and we're in my cruising era, so I'm like sad that the cruise is almost over. But I start my new part-time job actually literally tomorrow. I leave the ship and drive to this new job. So I do need to get back to reality, but at the same time, I want to stay. I love cruising, and the ship has been wonderful. Another side note, something I've noticed about this ship, and I remember this from previous Royal Caribbean sailings as well, the service bar staff is on point. They come around, like the whole private island, they were coming around, in the Solarium, the pool deck, in all the bars. Like, you really are waited on hand and foot. And I appreciate that, because on some other cruise lines, you don't always get that. Also, isn't this so pretty? For wayfinding purposes, that Solarium Bistro up there. This is like the little lazy pool here with the loungers. I love that. But this is where I've been sitting. Somewhere here, looking right out over the water. Okay, last ice cream of the cruise. Probably. I can't believe I haven't come up here earlier. He's playing Les Mis right now. Sobs. But I love that like cruising nautical vibe. This area is beautiful here at the Schooner Bar. I don't know if it's like that on all Royal Caribbean ships, because I think all, if not most, have this bar. But I'm like literally tearing up. It's beautiful in there. We have a t-shirt sale to get to, but I'm like, maybe if I want to stay up late tonight, this is the place to be. Yes, it has started, and it's separated by size. 2 for $30. I'm actually holding off for right now. When I held them up, some of those shirts were really short. Like, I don't think it would work. So that was a little bit of a bust. A lot of the shirts, I held them up and they looked really short. Like, some of them would maybe even be barely covering my belly button. So I don't know if they were women's cut or whatever. There was maybe one I would get, but these are not like the nice shirts, right? They're retail $19.99. So you're saving $5 per shirt when you do this. And I don't even wear the ones I have right now other than when I come on a cruise, so I'm gonna save the money. Oh, we came back to the room for our final towel animal. So cute, because it's a 3-night sailing and they don't do it day number 1. We only got 2 on this sailing, but they're cute nonetheless. They make me happy. We also got, we're gonna talk about this when I get out of the shower. We also got our information about debarkation. I just made a hot tea from Cafe Promenade while I was down there. We did another peruse of the gift shop too. There are some things I would maybe buy, but the nice shirts in there are like $40, $45 minimum. So that felt silly to spend that much when I could have bought 2 cheap shirts for $30, you know, but we're saving the money. We don't need to spend it on that. We bought a couple drinks this cruise, which I was fully expecting, but we did good. We ended up spending about $50 total on this cruise, with all the things, like all the add-ons. Mainly that was a couple drinks here and there. So all in all, it's been great so far. I'm gonna leave you for about 40 minutes. We're gonna shower, get ready for tonight, and then we'll talk about debarkation a little bit, and then go off to dinner. All right, we're all freshened up. A little under 40 minutes, I think. It's like coming up on 6:45. Sunset is in about a half hour. We're moving and grooving. I have my cruise, this is like anchors. So this is my cruise shirt tonight. I was prepared to do like formal night tonight. There is no formal night, I guess, on a 3-night sailing on Utopia. Every night it's been like white or casual. Tonight is toga or casual, because they have a toga party later. Last night, I guess I don't know if they had a white party or something. But anyway, so we're gonna keep it kind of casual. That's what everybody's been doing. It's been pretty casual on this ship. This is kind of known as the party cruise, right? However, we found pockets throughout this vlog series and throughout this trip that are not party central. It's a great ship because of how large it is. There's different areas. If you want a party, great, go over here. If you don't, you go over here. On the docket tonight is a couple of things. Sunset, dinner, we have the ice skating show. We also have a comedian. They also have the toga party, so maybe we can go check that out. It's kind of our last night on board, so I want to do it up nice. Tomorrow will be an early morning to disembark. Let's talk about that. So they delivered in the room, first off, an envelope if you wanted to tip. Prepaid gratuities are a thing on cruises. You can either add them in advance or they're charged to your onboard account. And so that is like the bare minimum to cover your servers from dinner, your cabin steward, etc. If somebody went above and beyond and you want to tip them extra, you're welcome to tip them throughout the cruise if you want. You're welcome to just hand them cash, or they have these tip envelopes if you want to write like what cabin number, who it's from, who it's for, etc. Okay, but now about disembarkation. We had a luggage tag in the room. So if we wanted to, we could put this on my suitcase and then the luggage would have to be out of the room by 10 p.m. tonight. We would just have to put it outside the door. Somebody would collect it and then we would find it when we get off the ship. If you do that, then you would wait for your tag number to be called. So because I am tag number 29, When we disembark, that means our estimated time is around 8:20, and if we want to wait, there's a designated spot to wait, a departure lounge, as they're calling it. So I could go to the main dining room, deck 5, to wait for my group to be called. I don't want to deal with any of that, because I have to go to work tomorrow, actually. So I am carrying my own luggage off, which means you can exit the ship whenever you want, starting as early as 6:45 or 7, depending on how early they get us docked at Port Canaveral. So that's my game plan. We're going to get up really early, have a little breakfast, and then try and be off the ship by like 7:30 or 8 at the latest. So probably like 7 a.m. breakfast is, I think, what we're going to aim for. But that's all for now. We have some time. Let's see maybe if there's a little bit of live music, and then sunset. We're back on the boardwalk, and there's two things that I did not mention in my walk around video. Up there we have a balcony of Giovanni's. That's the Italian restaurant. So you could eat overlooking the boardwalk if you wanted to. And then also, I don't think I talked about this kids shop. So there's a shop here that looks like it's mainly like kids clothing, little plushies. Oh my gosh, look at him. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Hold on, I have to look up the price. We're not buying him. I just said we're not spending money. $24.99. Yeah, he's the cutest, so I love him. But yeah, lots of kids' clothes and some candy too. We came to where we watched the sunrise, or so the sunset yesterday. So we're on the jogging track, deck 5, looking out over the back of the ship. We will just barely see it from here because it's over. You can kind of barely see it. Like it's more towards the front of the ship. So I may move and groove a little bit, but I love this spot, seeing the wake behind the ship. So I'm gonna take a minute before I leave. Look how silky smooth the water is. Like there's no waves. It looks like glass. It's beautiful. You can kind of see the sun set through the glass there. Here is the menu for our final night. I have not the same table, but it's really close, so I still have the same service team, so that's good. And we still have window view. So I think I'm excited about the Mediterranean tapas medley. Maybe autumn turkey dinner, but I'm gonna see what he says he recommends for main courses. And then for dessert, I'm kind of open. We're in apple cobbler, dark chocolate brownie, and I think I'm just gonna have him like bring the things out so we can hustle to all of our entertainment tonight. For our appetizer, to get us started, we have the tapas medley. So a couple different like hummuses, tzatziki, and a Greek salad situation. For dinner, we have Thanksgiving. I am so stinking excited for this. It came with sweet potatoes. I asked for mashed, and he brought extra. I love this journey for me. All right, for dessert, we're trying the warm apple cobbler. But he also recommended this peach situation, so for science, we're going to give that a try as well. And hot tea with honey is also served. Whoops! We ran from dinner to catch some of the Aqua show. We'll chat after. We did that! But now, the ice skating, it technically is still going. I left like 5 minutes early. The ice skating show is in 4 minutes. Oh my god, we made it with 1 minute to spare. And there were plenty of seats left, so if you don't have a reservation, don't let that scare you. Okay, that was superb. Our night is going so well, but I don't have a second to talk to you because now the adult comedy show starts any second. So from one theater to the next. They should be on any minute, but we're in the Royal Theater tonight for the comedian. We'll talk all about all the shows when I'm done, but I'm not going to film this because it is adult, and I know some kids maybe watch this channel, so I won't film the comedy show, but I'll tell you about it afterwards. But we're having a show-packed night. That's my kind of night. It's our last night. I can't believe it. Okay. We are back in the cabin for our final moments on board Utopia of the Seas. I mean, I have a night's sleep tonight, but then tomorrow we're really just gonna quick breakfast and get off the ship, so I'm not gonna vlog at all. But I want to talk you through my evening. So, right after dinner, which dinner was, I don't think we even talked about that yet. Dinner was delicious. This was probably my best meal I had on board. The turkey dinner was great. The hummus little trio thing was delicious. The desserts were good. And then we ran to the Aqua show. When I was there last night, it was, the ending could not go on as normal because of the weather. And I knew that the seas today were really like silky smooth, so I knew they would do the show. So we made it to the Aqua show. We got a seat last minute, and we got to watch the ending. It is so impressive. I did leave a little bit early, so I think we missed one or two things at the end, but they dive off of the highest parts of the ship into the pool. It's so amazing. It's so impressive. Then we ran to the Aqua show, to the ice skating show. Those performers are so talented. To be able to do that on a moving ship, blown away by the entertainment on board. My least favorite was the stage show, which we saw on embarkation day, but the rest of the entertainment has been like breathtaking, superb. Then right after that, we had the comedy show. This is going to depend on what comedians you have and what your style of comedy is that you enjoy. It was definitely adult. The first guy I did not enjoy at all. The second guy I thought was hilarious until like towards the end, and he made it a little bit political, and then I was like, oh. but I thought he was hilarious. He's done other stuff, SNL and like big things, so people that watch a lot of comedy may not recognize him. I filmed a clip of him. I won't share the audio, but just so you can see his face. Anyway, then I did go to the Solarium just to peek at their toga party. It's a silent disco meets a toga party. But again, it was 18 and up because it was in the Solarium. All in all, this has been a jam-packed couple of days. I hope you enjoyed the vlogs. I'm going to have a review coming soon where I grade everything. And then by the time you're watching this, I'm already probably on my next cruise. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. We have tons more cruise vlogs coming with different cruise lines, different ships throughout the year. If there's a specific cruise line or ship that you want me to keep an eye out for good deals, let me know down below. And don't forget, I'm a travel agent. I would love to help plan your next cruise or Disney or Universal vacation. Just let me know how I can help, and it's totally for free. In fact, I can usually save you some money and or offer onboard credit. So send me a message. We'll start planning the magic. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you real soon.